high school, I had to go through a white neighborhood. So coming home, if I walked, because it was walkable, it was all, you could also ride and get there. It was a good distance. But as children, we walked, especially with our friends. But when I would walk home, if I was by myself, I came in contact with white people that would call me nigger. And they would say it so violently, it was very scary. And I would just walk very fast.
So this morning I had a yoga session with one of my friends who's in a PhD program with me. And he lives just beyond the university. And as I'm getting up, getting ready to go to the yoga session, I get a text by family members reminding me of what the situation is out here, and that there's supposed to be some blacklash, is what we call it, when, you know, white people are upset about, you know, their privilege being shaken or something. And so there's warnings going out as far as if you're a black man or woman and you're walking alone, you might not want to be doing that, especially at night. And so those things bother me, but I can't let it stop me. I got up and I took my ass to yoga class with my friend. But all the while walking from campus to his house in town, I'm watching the pickup trucks go by. My eyes are wide open. I'm looking all around me to make sure that, like, you know, I'm good. And that's not just last night, that's every night. If I'm out anywhere, I gotta make sure I'm watching my back and I'm watching all sides, because you don't know when or where the danger could be coming from and from who. You know, you just can't think that, like, oh, I'm good. You gotta be on red alert. You can't afford to, like, not be on red alert. I mean, that's the way I was raised. I have to be always looking and watching. And in heightened moments like this, like when Obama first became president, or when stuff go down like this at the Capitol, it makes the red alert, the hypervigilance, all the more. I can feel the stress go up. I can feel the constant onslaught of aggression from the system, from it all. And yet, I and many others, we just got to keep going. Bottom line, it can't stop life.
I was not raised in a very stereotypical version of what many people see as a black person or a black woman. And so I always carried like this very heavy like insecurity and just this very heavy mission to like not show certain parts of myself, because I was so fearful of being stereotyped. I was very fearful of being seen as like a clown and someone to laugh at while you completely disregard them behind their back. And so, you know, and to be honest with you, it's something I still deal with, I still carry. Like, I'm always just very self-conscious of how I'm coming off to others. And that started, you know, way back as a child.
I don't know about you, but I feel really safe. Even though they're cholos, I feel really safe in that culture. I feel really safe in East Los Angeles. Even though there are gangs all over, I feel really safe when it's compared to a very tall white man with a suit on. That scares me. That scares me. I was like, why are you looking at me like that? Don't be looking at me like that.
You're always gonna love your home, you know?
Yeah.
You're gonna like, yeah, it's because that's home, you know? So I feel that.
I'm Meskwaki and I'm from Tama, Iowa. I enjoy being called Native American. Some people still say Indian, and that's just what people think of us sometimes. People don't think that it's a big deal, but I feel more respected when I get called Native American, and I feel even more respected. I feel even more respected if you ask me what my tribe is, because there's another layer to that. Like, I'm Meskwaki, so I enjoy that. When I was growing up, I thought I was half white because my dad is really pale, and so I thought I was half white, half Native. My mom's really brown. And when I was growing up, I went to South Tama County School District, which is a public school. And so I was always around white kids. And so yeah, I thought I was part white because of that. Some people would call me like an apple, which is white on the inside, red on the outside, because I went to South Tama for my childhood growing up. And so they would think that I acted like a white girl or something like that. So, yeah. Because I feel like we get looked over a lot. People like to think that that was a million years ago, or that we're not here anymore. People don't even, I don't know, people still ask if we're living in teepees and stuff like that. So when I see people waving around the American flag, or just being super proud to be American, it's I get that, but you have to know what happened in order to have that flag waving around. So there's that. Meskwaki Nation Proclamation Day, and that's our day because that was the day we ended up buying our land back. So I also didn't get to mention that the Meskwaki settlement is the only settlement in the United States. It's a settlement is different from a reservation in that we own our land, we purchased our land, we govern our land. Reservations are government-owned land given to natives. So a reservation, the government governs that land. The government owns that land, but settlement is different in the way that we govern and own our land. So the Meskwaki Proclamation Day is the day that we came back and bought our land back from the U.S. government.
America was my dream because since I'm the software engineer, America is the big market where everybody is competing, right? So I wanted to be part of that big competition, and I wanted to see where I can go. That was shocking because I never thought people were so racist before I came to USA, because I pictured USA would be very because USA is mixture of all those different cultures, right? So I thought everybody would be respecting each other and being respectful for all the cultures, but it's not like that everywhere. But I would say Fairfield is a really nice and safe place for us, but it's not like that in everywhere that I noticed that. That's all started when this COVID and all those crazy things happened. And I saw from the news that people were shouting at Asians, calling them Chinese and calling them as a COVID. And also my friends, like Mongolian friends in big cities, they got attacked like that and called Chinese. That was really not nice. And I found out that we are identified as Asians, and also people mix, like people think, most of the people assume all the Asians are Chinese.